Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about something very important. A comment was made by one of my subscribers about still feeling lost after getting away from their narcissistic ex. And this is a comment I've seen before from others in one form or another. But this simple short comment just struck me deeply. Not that the others didn't, but I think you know what I mean. You see, the narcissist so-called person we were involved with worked on us night and day and night. To get us literally addicted to them. Through love bombing and other manipulation tactics. And all this does is gets our brain used to the dopamine release that happens throughout this stage of the relationship. Then they pull the rug out from under us. Then they pretend they love us again. Then they pull the rug out from under us again. And this vicious sweet mean cycle can go on for years, if not decades, before a victim is able to see what is going on and get themselves free. And by the time one gets themselves free, their central nervous system is fried. They've had strong dopamine releases one moment, and the stress chemical called cortisol released in the body the next. And just so you're aware, the body only should be releasing cortisol in very extreme fight or flight cases. Not every single day. Like what happens when the narcissist's sweet mean cycle turns more mean than sweet. But anyways, all of this just wears us, the victim of this abuse, down. Then we get free. Then what? We don't trust anyone. If we were raised by a narcissist parent, we have no family to call on for help. You see, this is something I've talked about before. In cases where those that grew up in a good home, and they have wonderful parents, and they might have really nice siblings. If they were so unlucky to meet and be with one of these monsters we call narcissists, though they end up in this fried state, they have family and those that care about them that say, hey, come over for dinner. Or let's go see a movie. And this time of quickly getting into an even state, where it's not extreme fun, but normal fun, allows their brain to get back on an even keel. Now, having lots of fun with someone is a good thing. And there are people that have spouses that love each other. And they laugh and have a good time, and their brains are on a higher plane of feeling, which makes them feel good to get up and start their day. But not everyone has that. And at least if one has nice family, they can at minimum get back to an even keel rather fast. But when you have no one, it seems we just sink deeper and deeper into a hole of nothingness. This is why I say, though you want to be careful with who you meet in life, and what you tell these people, and making sure you have your boundaries intact, but still get out there and do something you love. What is interesting is another YouTuber, NPD Girlfriend, made a video the other day, talking about this to a degree. Regarding how when we finally break free from these so-called people, our boundaries are so high, it might prevent us from living normally. And to a degree it might be okay for that season. But somewhere along the line we need to become normal again. And I will include his video in the description box below if you want to check it out. And if you do, tell him James sent you his way. Because I think you will find some things he says in this video hit home for you. Because even if you were born and raised in a narcissistically abusive home, as I've said before, because many of us felt good about trusting the spouse we had after we broke free from our family. The problem is our discernment was low, because the simple truth is, we didn't know any better. And we would have trusted anyone that was nice to us for half a second. We didn't have a vetting process. We didn't have boundaries even a little bit. Now we are narcissistic abuse survivors, and we have steel walls with laser beams keeping everything and everyone out. Even good people. Now don't get me wrong. It's important to have stronger than normal boundaries in this crazy world we live in. But even I realize not everyone is bad. As I've met some wonderful people through my channel right here on YouTube. Look, everyone's situation is different. Some might have grown up in a narcissistically abusive home, and then was run through the ringer with a narcissist spouse they finally got away from. Or maybe they have a good family but they were still run through the ringer by a narcissist spouse they were able to get away from. And there are other combinations of this that might have happened to you sadly. But despite all of this, you're going to have tough days. But they will be even more tough if you don't start living your life. No matter how that looks like. I have suggested for years to take a fun class doing something you are deeply interested in or something you've wanted to try. You can also try to see if you can scope out the class ahead of time. And see if there are just as many men and women in this class. So you can have an equal chance to at least mingle with the opposite sex. I didn't say date. I didn't say get involved with. I said mingle. Meaning talk. And get to know over time. Vet and see what type of person they might be. And who knows? Nothing might happen. Nothing at all. Except you spend some time with some fun and nice people and you learned a new skill. Or you might find someone that actually respects you and the boundaries you have in your life. Which is a rare find these days but is possible. Now with that being said, you shouldn't go into such a class or situation thinking you are going to find the love of your life. But instead go in thinking you're going to enjoy yourself and experience a new situation and take it for what it is. Look, there's a big difference between isolation and solitary confinement. Which is something I will talk about in an upcoming video. But I have news for you. Solitary confinement is what makes most of us feel like we are losing hope and we are completely lost. We are a social people. Yes. We need to protect ourselves from the dangers of this world. But the Most High made us to not be alone. So use the discernment you learned from your experiences to start a new life. Be careful. Be watchful. But at the same time, it's okay to be normal too. And it's okay to do things that bring you joy, and it's okay if those things put you around other people for you to get to know. It's okay. And the abuse you went through, it wasn't your fault. There are evil vampires in this world. And they love the fact they have such an impact on others to where everyone is scared to speak or live their life. Don't let the vampires win. Don't. I'm praying for you and everyone. That we have wisdom, strength, and courage to live a better life. And to be protected in all we do. And to be able to sidestep these vampires and find happiness. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.